it's your girl Linda Janine. I'm back for another video and another review of Put a Ring on It. And this is episode 2, season, I don't know, y'all. But anyway, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video. How would you rate it? I would say probably like the same episode, about 7.5. I promise y'all, this stuff be scripted. Cheers to the freaking weekend, like my girl Rihanna says. Happy Saturday. All right, so let's just jump right into it. I know I got a lot going on right now, child, but I was just out in the streets having a good time on this Saturday night. Okay, and that's how I was going to do a review, so let's get into it. Dr. Peach, I remember her now. I went back and watched the Thin Line Between Love and Hate so that way I can remember Dr. Peach. And I'm just going to call her Dr. Peach from now on. But I remember her. So we leave off on the last episode where Dr. Peach was talking to, of course, Dunbar and Chance. And Chance was just, he's a king. He's this, he's that. I respect him being a man. Girl, be quiet. Because you can't even let this lady explain to you that this mess ain't right. And everybody around you is saying the same thing. But yet and still, you're still taking up for this man. Riding for him. Like the child you are. And like the father figure he acts like. Anyway, so she said she don't mind him being a man, da-da-da-da-da. I got my notes here, y'all, so that's why I'm looking down. And the doctor was basically like, you want to treat people how you want to be treated. Like, don't do that. How would you feel if Phil would have came in the house acting like how you treated him? You be pissed. It'd be a fight. All that preacher man stuff you do, all that ministry stuff you act like you into, that church God-fearing man that you are, will be out the window, child, because you be ready to fight. So anyway, Dr. Peach asks, about the dates. How did it go? Would you go on a second date? And of course, like I said, y'all, it's a no for every single one of these ladies. How much I want to bet on the next episode, a guy's going to say yes to the dates that they went on this episode. At least one guy's going to say yes. But all the women said no. So Dr. Peach says, first it was Chance. Why, would you want to go on a second date? Why not? If no, why come? If yes, whatever. So, of course, Chance immediately says no. And then Dunbar gonna sit there and be like, big old wide eye. This is how he be looking. Crazy, batshit crazy. Okay. So she was like, I need a man that's gonna be a man, not a baby. I need someone who's more mature and knows what they want. I'm like, okay, girl, moving forward. They asked Joya about the date. How did your date go? She was like, oh, he talked a lot, And I would say no to the second date because it seemed like he was trying to woo me more than he was trying to get to know me. Joya, I feel you on that because I didn't really care for him either. So I understand you saying no to him. He was very cocky. And Joshua was like, he wasn't her type anyway. I'm like, oh, okay, sir. Anyway, so Kat mentions that old dude, I forgot his name. I think it was Kyle, I hope, brought her roses. And either he or she, either Kat or Ricky, put the roses next to Ricky's side in a vase to remind him that he needs to be more attentive and more romantic to Kat. I just thought that was real weird. I'm just like, okay. But he goes on to say that he moved Kat into his home and all this bullshit. And that's why he didn't know how to be, romantic. He didn't feel like he had to do any romantic gestures. He didn't think it really mattered because he moved her in to his home. We're going to get into that in a minute. So Kat was like, it's a no for her as well. He was funny, da-da-da-da-da. But it's going to be a no second date because he's too similar on paper to Ricky. So I'm guessing he's divorced, he got kids, etc. But Dr. Peach was like, okay, look, you can't compare everything to this man. You can't say that every man is the same. You can't say that he's going to be the same as Ricky. So you should give him a chance before you just shut it down because he got all the same stuff going on that your man got going on, but you with this man. So make it make sense, girl, okay? Joya mentioned the hand kiss to Dr. Peach, saying, you can't kiss anybody's hands because you're not single. And look, Dr. Peach, that's why I like her. Because she calls out men and women when it's some bullshit. That's why I like her. Because she said, okay, I just got on Dunbar ass. Now let me get on yours. This is a process, as they like to say all the time in all these own shows. This is a process, you know. Stop trying to control the situation all the fucking time, people. So Joy is like, okay, I'm gonna try my best to do that. So after all of that, of course, Dr. Peach was like, okay, so now it's the guy's turn to go on a date. So we start off with the first date coming in, which was Joshua. What? Joshua? What type of shit is that? Anyway, Joshua is over here doing like the little push-ups on the couch, going up and down, like he just ready to get it in, right? I'm like, okay, why you doing all that? And he goes on a date with Miss Celine Alexandria. And baby, when I tell you Celine was boom, 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 a baddie. Okay, I'm like, damn, girl, you better do your thing, okay? Joshua was like, yeah, he was really like, this is perfect. So in the interview process, when they were talking to her and asking her, what she wants, I don't even know what they asked him exactly. But Celine was like, I'm not really looking to get married right now. I'm not looking to have any kids. I'm just going with the flow. So they picked the perfect, what a coincidence, the perfect woman to go on a date with Joshua because Joshua does not want to get married right now. He doesn't want to have kids. My thing is, if you know you don't want to get married, you don't want to have kids, at what point, sir, are you going to be ready to get married? And if you don't want to get married anytime soon, maybe it's best you go ahead and just leave this lady alone. And you know what, Joya? I can't put all the blame on him because you know he's not ready to get married and you are. So why are you sticking around? That's all I got to say. So you can obviously tell that Joshua likes Celine aesthetically. She's very aesthetically pleasing, beautiful woman. Like I said, body was bang, 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 bang. Ass was like, damn. Booty so big. Lord, have mercy. So Joya see her and she like, I guess I should have put some boundaries down, sure. Because before Celine came, Joya tried to be like, oh, no, it's no boundaries as well, even though she knows she wanted to set some. The only reason she didn't set any boundaries is because Joshua didn't set any boundaries for her. So she tried to seem like she all good and cool. We all know she ain't, y'all. So, of course, Celine walks in. Here goes Joya. Just kissing the hell out this man. I'm just like, girl, please stop. It's almost like it shows insecure because, honey, Celine was sitting there like, honey, I know this is your man, but I'm still gonna take his ass. We still going out, bitch. So Joya doing all that was just too much for me. But Joya said she gonna allow it to be what it is, and they went ahead and went out on a date. So next, here comes baldhead Ricky. He getting ready for his date, and we come to find out that he lives with his mama, his daddy, and his bald-headed granny, and his sisters, and their kid. So we come to find out you living with all these people, but you got the nerve to sit up here and say you moved her in and you pay for everything? Boy, get the fuck out of here. Y'all peeped that, right? How he said he moved her in and he pays for everything, but yet still you got her living with 20 different people in the house. I'm exaggerating, but y'all know what I mean. At least 5. He said sometime a brother come and go. So you didn't move her into shit, but a clogged house. Like, what do you mean you moved her in? Yeah, like you done moved her in and been taking care of her. I know somebody in that house is also splitting the bills. So don't act like you just over here doing all this great shit, okay, Ricky? So Kat was basically like, the family is always in our business. Every time we have an argument, the family wants to put their input in. And you know what, baby? That would drive me crazy. Like, Kat, baby, what are you doing? What are you doing? Kat wants more space. She wants to move around. And I'm just like, okay, if y'all want to move around, Ricky, why don't you want to go ahead and make that happen? Are you not trying to commit to living with her solo dolo? Because you always know if they break up, she can just leave. He's still going to be there with all his family and stuff to help him out financially, which obviously he needs help. So we're going to move on. So here comes Sheila with her red hair. I'm like, okay, girl, in her dress looking like, Lord have mercy. Literally, okay? So Sheila's like, she that girl. She got her little short dress on. She's very athletic. She's Caribbean. She got the red hair. Kat is looking a little jealous. And Kat, I'm sorry, sis, but you don't never look the part, baby. If I was on a TV show, a reality TV show, you would never catch me missing. Do you hear me? Hair would always be laid. Makeup always on point. Outfit, just period, nails, hair, everything would be on point if I was on a reality TV show. And Kat just be looking like, I'm here, It is what it is. I'm getting my check. Keep it moving. So we move it back on because, they go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Joshua goes to the restaurant with Miss Celine. And, they have like a really nice vibe. They're going back and forth and they talk about signs. Who are you? I'm a Leo, I'm an Aries, da 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 da. They talk about traveling and they talk about meditation and how she's into saging and things of that nature. She tries to speak Spanish and I'm just like, girl, en poquito. I'm like, let me not even go there. So he asked the question, why are you single? Why is anybody single, nigga? I mean, we live in 2023 and half y'all niggas ain't shit. Let's just keep it a beam. So I don't like that question, why are you single? I'm single because I haven't met the right one, obviously. Like, what the fuck? He explains why she's single and, she basically just like, I want to take my time. I'm not in any rush. I'm not trying to, do too much. I'm a Cancer. I think he said he's a Cancer. He moves slow. So they both are basically in agreement that they want to take things slowly, not in a rush to get married, not in a rush to have kids. And that's right up Josh's alley, okay? Because he says that all the time. He not ready. So maybe it's who you need to be with is Miss Celine, okay? So then we go back to Dunbar ass in the dang bathroom praying, Lord, please God, help me to do this. It just gives off phony. It just gives off fake. It just gives off like, I'm just doing this mess for the cameras. Because, sir, just stop. Just stop, okay? You can be a Christian man and you can be a man of God without doing all of that. And he does a lot. Y'all know he do, okay? So Chance is talking about some curfew or something. Like he needs to be here before the street lights come on. He gonna be sleeping outside. She gonna throw his pillow outside so he could sleep outside. I'm just like, girl, please get out of here because when we saw Miss Crystal with her church dress on, church skirt on, all covered up, it looked like it was dark outside when they did that interview. So for me, they picking the perfect match for the men, but for the women, the matches weren't that perfect. These women are like they're saying the exact same things that we heard these men say that they wanted in a woman. Joshua, he's not looking to get married. This girl ain't looking to get married either. Miss Crystal with her church dress on, she's, wants to be submissive. He wants a submissive woman. She's in the church. She's a minister, all this. And then Ricky's girl, I don't even know what Ricky looking for, child. Y'all already know what I said about Ricky last episode. A little zesty to me, okay? So Crystal was like, my spiritual life is so important. When Miss Crystal walks in, what you think the first thing Chance do? Patty, just like her nigga, she hugs her. I'm like, girl, what you hugging this woman for? Get out of here. So he was like, I love the fact that she's covered up and wasn't showing too much skin. I'm just like, this really got some issues because, honey, when I look at Chance, she had her titties out right there. Every time they in the little confessional together, she always got her little blue shirt on showing her boobies. So what is the problem? Were you worried that you was going to be looking at the woman and you don't want to look at her like that? Don't do that. Or it's because you already had Chance and you already know what that looks like, so you ain't tripping. But I guarantee you, Chance looked the same way. I'm sure she didn't alter her dressing when they first met. So why you simply talking about this lady's all covered up? Miss me with that. Okay, I'm so sick of that. Please don't do that, honey. I'm gonna be me. Do you look? I'm gonna do what the F I want to do. Okay. I'm trying not to cuss that much on my YouTube because I don't know if it messes up my monetization, if it messes up anything. I'm just try not to cuss so much, okay? So Chance is like, you're renting my man for the night. She sits on his lap. She's extra, just like Dunbar. I'm like, I see why y'all together, okay? So they end up going out on the date finally after Chance does all that extra ish. They go on a date. He was like, so Crystal, what did you think when you first saw me? She gonna say, oh, I thought she was Tay Diggs. Girl, get the fuck out. Just stop. Girl, just stop. You making this man head 10 times bigger than it already is. And I don't even know what for. He don't look nothing like no dang Tay Diggs. So I didn't know you weren't Tay Diggs until she said your name. Please stop. She's asking him, like, so tell me about yourself. What do you like to do? I like to dance, cook. I'm good with my hands. Okay. You didn't have to say all that. Says she cooks a little bit, so she's not much of a cooker. And Dunbar he was looking like, okay. 1X for that. While they talking and stuff in the confessional, Crystal's like, I think he's breaking down. He's broken down my walls. And I'm like, he's broken down your walls. Girl, y'all only been talking for 5 minutes. How does man already broke down your walls? Spare me the bullshit, okay? This show's so fake. So then she's like, yeah, I want to be submissive to a man. Oh, honey, why you say that? Look, Dunbar's eyes went like, submissive? What? You want to be submissive? Men love that submissive word, honey. They love it. And she's like, yeah, that's my role. Because he was like, what does submissive mean to you? And that's a great question because when people say submissive, I got to know your definition. Some of these men think that submissive means being a doormat, a sex slave, and everything else in between. Okay, a maid, a mother, everything else in between. So I like that he asked what her definition of submissive was, even though I really don't like that submissive word. And she was like, basically allows a man to lead, da 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 da. He was like, I like that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. So you're saying that Chance is not submissive to you, even though she clearly is, the way she was fighting everybody about that dank comment that Dr. Peach made about him acting like your daddy. So we find out that Miss Crystal preaches. She's in the children ministry, something of that nature. And then on the confessional, he was like, this has to be the most refreshing and best date I've ever been on in my life. I said, what? The most refreshing and best date you've been on in your life? Nigga, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So you trying to say Chance wasn't that? Well, we need to go and call this quits right now. Anyway, so we get back to Ricky and Miss Sheila. He wants to learn how to be better for Catherine. That's why he's on the date. Catherine's like, he better not be doing nothing that he don't do for me. Like opening doors. And he went right over there, opening that door. Baby, that's how you know these dudes be finessing like a mug. This is just the first date. So that's why he opened the door for that girl, trying to make a good impression. That's what it's called, Miss Cat. So that's why he went around that corner and opened the door for her. But guarantee if they was together as long as you've been with him, he wouldn't be doing that shit. I think they go to a Caribbean restaurant or something like that because she is Caribbean. She's a tomboy. She's very competitive and sporty. She has no kids, and she doesn't really want anybody with any type of baby mama problems. And so he gives an example like, well, I do have, Cat really doesn't like certain things that I do. So he goes on to tell this story about how his baby mama is in the entertainment industry. I don't know what that means. So sometimes he needs, she needs, excuse me, someone to stay with the kids. So sometimes he stay with the kids. She's out all night. I don't know, entertainment industry. Maybe she a scripper. Maybe she a bottle girl. I'm not too sure. Maybe she's club promoter. I don't know. But she's in the entertainment industry. So he says sometimes he spends the night and falls asleep on the couch because she comes home so late. You gotta be shitting me. Ain't no way. I'm sorry. I don't care what nobody say. None of y'all say. Ain't no way in the world you would be comfortable with your man spending the night at his ex-wife's slash baby mama's house. And the same thing for a woman. You think a man would be okay with a woman spending the night at her ex-husband, baby daddy house? Hell to the motherfucking no. Y'all know damn well that shit ain't cool. So I'm with Cat on that, baby. I wouldn't be okay with that either because I don't know what's going on. My thing is, how often does this happen? Every time you keeping the kids, you spending the night? Why the kids ain't come to the house? We got a full house. Oh well, them kids gonna come the fuck over. They gonna come over today. Yeah. Then Miss Sheila talk about, well, I understand. I'll be okay with that. She lying. She lying. Oh, he's like, I like that she's more understanding about my parenting skills than Kat is. So he's into Sheila, child. I'm just like, girl, run, Sheila. I know you probably on the show for a check anyway. Get that check. Get the fuck. So we go back to Dunbar and Chance. So I think it's like the next morning or whatever. Chance is like, I fell asleep. So she was like, what you think about your first date? He thought that his date was a good, wholesome woman. And Chance was like, well, I'm glad you went on a date with a good, wholesome woman. I don't know if she was trying to be shady. I don't know what. But I was just like, okay, girl. And she was like, no twerking dates. He was like, oh, no, no twerking dates. You know what, Dunbar? Are you, in, for you to be acting like you holier than thou, are you and Chance living together? Because y'all know that according to the Holy Bible, you're not supposed to be with nobody, living with nobody before you're married. So I don't like these it's cool when they do it, it's problem when I do it type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's all for act. So of course it's time for a session, a personal session with Dr. Peach. And the number one couple that needs to be on the block is Chance and Dunbar because they have the most issues to me when I'm looking. They the craziest. Okay, so they have the first one. So Dr. Sheila comes in and she sits down with Dunbar and Chance. And she's like, I just want to sit down with y'all because I'm just trying to get a better understanding. I'm kind of confused on why y'all are here. You say you want a submissive woman, but Chance says that she does everything for you. So what's really going on here? What's really the problem? So Dunbar pulls some shit out his ass and is like, she goes to her father before she comes to me about certain things. So Dr. Peach was like, okay, so what type of things? Like, what are you talking about exactly? Like, like, what do you mean? And then he was like if she writes a book or something like that, she goes to get his approval before she gets mine. She always has to get a second opinion from her father first. So Chance looks at him and is like, that's not true. What are you talking about? I don't do that. So Dr. Peach is like, okay, well, give me an example of when she did something like that. Give me something specific. And Dunbar cannot think of nothing. Well, I really don't have nothing specific. So why the fuck did you bring that up? Why did you bring that up? He goes ahead and confesses that he doesn't know how to handle a strong woman. I said, oh, okay. Makes perfect sense. So you a bitch. Sorry, y'all. It's the wine. It's the wine and the little tequila that's mixed in. What you mean you can't handle a strong woman? You don't know how to handle a strong woman. Boy, what type of shit is that? I'm sorry. To me, a man that can handle a strong woman means that you're a weak man. So you want a woman that's only dependent on you. You want control. That's what you want. Dr. Peach is like, okay, let me talk to this nigga alone. Chance, give us a minute, because he got some issues going on that we need to talk about alone without you here, okay? Because obviously the problem is, let me not say that. I was going to say the problem is not you, it's him. But the problem is both of y'all. But Dunbar really got some deep-rooted issues. He wants attention from Chance that she's not giving him. He acts like a little bitty fucking kid, okay? So Dr. Peach is like, I think it's some fear going on with you. Let's get into it. What is the real deal here, sir? What is the real problem? And so, baby, like that episode, like not the episode, like that video from last time when I did episode 1, he over here like crying. He crying. I've never told anybody this. Eyes red, I don't know what, going back and forth like this. So I'm just like, okay, what is the problem? Please don't say you got mommy issues. Please don't give me any type of stuff with your mama and how your mama hurt you, left you, neglected you, didn't give you attention. Baby, get over it. How old are you? 50, 60 years old? I'm just, I can't. I honestly can't even take him seriously. And I'm so serious. Okay, let me take a step back. We blame a lot of our issues on our past, our childhood, which our childhood does make us into the adults that we are. A lot of things in our childhood messes up things, can hurt things, can damage, do a whole bunch of stuff to us in our adulthood. But if we let everything that happened in our childhood get to us in our adulthood, at some point we have to be like, I'm not going to let what happened to my childhood affect my adulthood. Seek therapy, seek counseling, do whatever we have to do, because at the end of the day, if we continue to let our childhood issues disrupt our adult life, we're going to just be stagnant. We're just going to be stuck. You know how many people have been through things in their life and are successful and are doing good and have broken chains? That's where we need to be at. I understand people go through stuff in their lives, in their childhood. I get it 1,000%. But at what point are we going to stop blaming those things for our actions when we get older? Next episode coming up, they're supposed to be going out with their exes. I'm just like, okay, this is new, because I don't remember this last season. So they're going out with their exes. And then I seen Chance get fly with Dr. Peach. She was like, I forgot what it was that Dr. Peach said to her, but she was just like, well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it then. I was like, oh, okay, Chance, girl, you need help too. That was the end of the episode. That was the end of the episode. So, y'all, thank y'all for watching me shoot my shit tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all did, go ahead and give me a like. Subscribe, because I'm coming weekly with these put a ring on it episodes. I don't have any other shows that I do right now, but I'm going to start doing a whole bunch of different content. So y'all be on the lookout for that. And I appreciate y'all for watching. Thank y'all. Be blessed, family.